You know what they did to this movie back in the 80s, man? They totally chopped it up because of the MPAA. So they made the movie recut some of its kill scenes because it was deemed too violent and they would get like an NC-17 rating, totally ruining their box office appeal, right? NC-17 means you can't even go with your parent. Like that's basically like pornography. None of these deaths are pornographic, but just really a little bit of like few milliseconds of more gore. And in some instances, they added a whole lot more in the original cut. Like, see, remember this famous sleeping bag kill from Jason Part 7? Boom! One hitter quitter against a tree, and that was it for her. But originally, they had so much more. I love this kill right here because she just like covered up, like, maybe if I pretend I'm asleep, Jason will leave me alone. Right? She put the covers over herself in that sleeping bag. Like, Jason's a bear. Like, you play dead, Jason will be like, all right, that's not even fun anymore if you're not going to struggle. But see, here's the difference, right? You see one hit, two hits, three hits. Oh, I love counting it. It's almost like old school wrestling when you count the like head on the turnbuckles. Ooh, and a whole bunch of blood and guts falling out of that sleeping bag. I don't know. That was more brutal. Maybe one time would do it, would snap your neck, but that was pretty cool. You can definitely tell the difference with some of these kills. Like just they add a little like second here and there makes all the more difference. Right? Like this, it seemed like way too quick. He just threw the knife at him and picked him up and that was it. You see, in the original one, he threw the knife and the guy like crawled away a bit. Like, oh man, you really feel like, oh, is he going to get away? Or, you know, it wasn't even that gory. It was just more like he cut out the acting performance of it. Like Jason holding him up a bit more is sort of like twisting a knife. Like you just feel it more. And I don't know why they would have such a problem with it. It wasn't actually gore, it's just more the guy grunting a little bit. And Jason throwing knife, like Olympic level throwing knives, I always appreciate that. Or right here, you feel the big difference between being punched inside the back or the original cut, you punch inside the back through the chest, holding the heart. That's just like an extra added oof. And seeing the heart he actually pulls out is pretty cool. That was in the video game too, so I love it. It's just some little tiny instances, milliseconds of gore, right? Half a seconds of gore. Like this guy, he gets hit so hard, half his face falls off. Becomes like a Two-Face, right? I mean, you can have the Two-Face in the Dark Knight, but you know, you know it's sort of fake. This looks sort of gory and real. This next death is one of my favorites from the new add-on. Like this one's almost pretty lame. It's sort of like he just like sleeper hold, like headlocked him to death, right? You know, you don't really get what's going on. Maybe like a neck snap, right? Who knows? It's left up to interpretation. But this one shows you everything. Like this is basically what I would like to call like Jason crushing someone's hand like it's a recyclable can, right? Just compressing it. Oh man, and everything spills out of it. Oh man, such cool gory effects that they left out. They only have that grainy VHS sort of footage of the kills, so man, it would be so much cooler if they could actually like put it inside a HD and release it as a new cut. Come on, man. Sort of like release the Snyder cut of Justice League. Release the New Blood cut. I think they just said, hey, we have to edit every single kill in this whole movie. Like, what's the difference on this one? It's sort of like, it's just implied he stuck this thing inside her eye, pretty much. And in the original cut, it's sort of stuck inside her eye. We got to see it for like half a second. And right here's the only instance of a kill actually being worse than the original cut. Like you sort of see it like, wow, you just really cut a machete inside of a mannequin. Like, all right, fine. Maybe that one doesn't work per se, but that wasn't an issue about gore. Maybe that could have just been an issue as in that doesn't look good. The MPA is so weird in this. They go like, well, all right, we'll allow some boobs and some frontal nudity, but you better not show a head being thrown at somebody. That's where we cross the line. Or I don't know, I think the directors just went, maybe the original wasn't as good as what we came up with later, because I think it was sort of better in the theatrical cut, this one, because it's sort of like more brightly lit. I don't know, you get this VHS sort of grainy film quality to it, but you really get to see the head in the reveal, and she flies through the air pretty cool. So they just added a couple of more dialogue, and he sort of just lazily slashed her. It's sort of like Scream when you saw too many just like stab kills, right? Like, I appreciate Jason throwing in some variety with his kills. Like, all right, I won't just stab her with the machete. I've done that to death already in a couple other movies. Let me try throwing somebody from like a second story window, right? Let's do something new. Yeah, a slash to the gut is yawn. I like the theatrics of him throwing her through the window a bit better myself. The mannequin head did not help either. Like, if it was just laying down like that, you could just cut a hole and had the actor poke his head out through, right? That would work. That's a nice practical effect. But yeah, the only other problem I have with this kill is being thrown through a second story window, and she sort of landed weird. But would that have killed you? That would definitely hurt, but I don't know if that would kill you. This kill's also one of my favorite from the theatrical cuts because it's just so funny. I don't know. I love it. I love it how this guy is such a weasel that he like here, take her, don't take me. That's how I go through the Halloween haunt mazes with any girlfriend of mine. And you know what? Him holding her up for a little bit and a little bit of penetration gore adds just the perfect amount of spice to that kill. Yeah, that dude deserved a gruesome death that we didn't get on the theatrical cut, right? Like, Sword just splicing into him and cutting to his face like his eyes roll over. Like, nah, that doesn't do him any justice. Like, he was such a piece of shit for trying to purposely upset Tina to go see her carry like powers, Like, so he should have even got his head chopped off. The same situation applies to Melissa. Like, she was so mean to Tina, the main girl, the whole time. Like, oh, we really deserve to see sort of like the axe go into her face. But that stunt work was pretty cool. Her flying over the TV. That made the kill all that much better, too. Like, I totally get maybe have censored versions of this when you show it on TV or something like that, but come on, man. Like, this is for theaters. This is more for people who buy it on a VHS and take it home, right? Or they didn't expect streaming would be so popular in the future. No one expected that, so I don't know, man. You should always at least have an unrated version like on the books, just in case. But the spare footage of all the kills that happened in this movie, it got stored improperly or something. That's why we only have like these grainy VHS sort of non-tracking version copies of these kills. So they're sort of lost forever. It's a real shame because each one of these kills always seemed like they were missing something. And you know what they're missing? Like A1 sauce. Like having a steak dinner. A steak dinner is great. It'll fill you up and it tastes good and I love it. But you have some A1 sauce and it puts it over the top. That's what these kills are, just A1 sauce. And this, like, alternate ending, I've always, like, what? Jason didn't come back sort of at the end? They sort of always had these sort of kills at the end for Jason, but he didn't do it in this one, like a good got you sort of moment. So this is Jason basically coming out of the lake, grabbing this guy, and dragging him down to the depths below. Not a gory kill, just probably just for time. Not every one of the kills was edited down for gore, but the gore did add a whole bunch to whatever cut they were going to originally release. Catch you dudes later. Later, dudes.